can we not let Donald Trump off the hook? The man spent the weekend harassing, terrorizing, insulting 4 Congresswomen. He also has spent his entire presidency assaulting the vulnerable, being racist, sexist, homophobic, and of course all the things trailing him that we've talked about already. And yet, for some reason, Democrats are still saying, hey, no need to impeach. At some point, it's not about political tactics, it's not about calculus, it's about doing the right thing. And if we send the message that you can be this much of a monster and not be impeached, it says something about our values. We gotta do something different. Black Coffee starts now! Welcome to BET's Black Coffee. I'm Marc Lamont Hill, and the gang is all here. Gia Peppers is here. Jameer Pond.
Hey, he's back.
He found his way back to the studio. I'm not exactly sure how. But more importantly, all the way from The Daily Show, she has been named one of the top comedians by Rolling Stone, Variety, everybody. And you can see her regularly as a correspondent on The Daily Show. Please give it up for the one, the only, Dulce Sloan.
Hello. Good morning.
It's me.
Hello.
It's your girl.
Thanks for doing this.
Thank you so much. I'm not usually up this early, but you know, for the culture, I get out my bed.
I appreciate that. What time you got to get up for The Daily Show?
Well, now. It's usually when I wake up is now. Don't troll Trevor, though. But I usually get up like now, and I get to work at an appropriate time.
Got
you. Not too late, not too early.
Yeah, but it's one of those jobs where it's just like, I don't have a set time to go to work, which is such a blessing. Like we have a shoot, it's like definitely like, boom, this time.
Right.
But a lot of times it's, you know, when the writers' meeting starts, and sometimes that time fluctuates. So around that time when the writing meeting starts is when I get there.
Oh, that's a nice job.
Yeah, that's a good job.
We got to be hit dumb early.
That is.
Which is why I would never work in this type of television.
Okay, all right.
Anything
But what
was
if they gave you a show?
Then it would start at 3 p.m.
My girl.
I know
on your time.
start 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Jesus is not awake from 5 to 9. I know that for a fact.
Jesus.
Fact.
He ain't up.
Nah, Jesus
5,
is
6,
napper.
7,
Yeah,
he ain't
yeah.
up.
Come on, AM.
Yeah.
This is Black Jesus we're talking about.
Snooze button.
Well, me and Black Jesus be talking about 6 a.m. So he gotta be up.
That's his
voicemail.
assistant. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Bro, that's God.
Yeah.
That's God.
That's God. That's God. That's Holy Spirit. That's Holy Spirit.
I'll talk to God. I'll talk straight to God.
Holy Spirit ain't never asleep.
Amen.
There you go. Everybody, you can go ahead and send us your comments now for the question of the day. The question of the day is an important one. Meg Thee Stallion has us all feeling ourselves. And because of that, we want to know, what is your personal definition of a hot girl? Send us your comments right now. We'll be checking in with you throughout the show. Jameer has been gone.
Oh, where'd you go?
I went to St. Martin for a wedding.
Ooh.
Got a shout out.
You were gone for like 15 days, though.
Hey, look, it was a pretty impactful wedding.
Oh.
Lots of drinking going on under the sun.
What is that?
It's my drinking. That's what I did.
Destination weddings are always a way to prove which one of your friends are poor.
Yeah. And who's an alcoholic? Because I found that out as well.
I mean,
And
for 15 days? Come on, son.
It wasn't 15
was
days.
5, but
it was
still.
5.
5, 15,
He
whatever.
just missed me. I miss you guys too.
I didn't, but
He did.
Oh,
he's my nemesis. But
I'm not.
nemesis.
I bought a game. I bought a game.
oh, I
back.
thought you were gonna say gift, but you know that's
No,
fine.
no. That's later.
You went to the Caribbean to buy a game?
Yes, I bought a game for you because I didn't have enough money to buy a gift for you, so I bought a game.
Okay.
All right, that's like a replacement. You know what I'm saying?
Brought a game or bought a game?
You know what?
Those are
Yes.
2 different things.
Yeah. I'll go-
Purchased? Is there a receipt?
He acquired it.
Yes.
You learned of a game?
The producers gave me a game to give to you.
Okay,
All right.
okay.
Whatever B1 is at, that's what I did.
Okay,
so,
just checking.
Boom. The game's called Would You Rather.
It's
basically-
a sex game.
How?
You've never played this game.
No. Not quite like that.
Because it turns into a sex game.
Very quickly.
It does.
Would
It
you
does.
rather? Yeah, this
Especially if you've been drinking.
Okay.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I got a little warm. All right. Basically, we give you Would You Rather one or the other. You just got to answer rapid fire.
Okay.
We got time on the clock or we don't? No, we don't got time on
No,
the clock.
Dulce needs time on the clock. I'll keep the time right
Do
here.
your time,
But you
yo.
got like half a second to answer each one. We want
It's
your
quick.
immediate response.
Okay, you got a fancy watch? Run it.
There we go. All right, ready? Boom, boom. Would you rather spend $20,000 on shoes or on clothes?
Close.
Okay. Would you rather be fluent in every language or master every instrument?
Language.
Okay. Would you rather go on a bad date at a fabulous restaurant or have a great date with food stuck in your teeth?
Great date.
Oh, with food stuck in your teeth?
It's a great date. What do you want from me?
That is true. All right. Here we go. Last question. Would you rather be the smartest person in the world or have dinner with Beyonce? That's a smart. Being smart is subjective.
Neither. I don't understand this question.
You don't want to have dinner with Beyonce?
She busy. She raising kids. She's
But-
learning dance routines.
But she making time for you.
I'm fine.
Okay. All right. You won't want to be a
She
smart person.
busy. I'm busy. You know, she got kids to raise. I got dates to go on with food stuck in my teeth.
Yeah.
That's right.
Sounds like a plan.
That sounds good. She
She busy. I'm not gonna hold her up. Beyonce got stuff to do.
That was quick.
Well, thank you.
You know,
for
that
playing.
was the second best performance we've ever had in this game.
Thank you so much.
Second
Want
best.
you to know
second
that.
best, yeah.
Just here to help.
Your
Shit.
average is really high.
So, guess what? Like, really excited that you were coming.
Who?
Like our viewers.
Oh, yay.
I said guess. I'm sorry. Our viewers were really excited to hear you. So.
Oh, yay. Thank you so much.
They've been writing in their pop. In fact, we shared a few. My on the Move wrote,
Yes,
no questions. She's just really funny and
Oh.
sweet.
Thank you.
Cicely the Great said, what are you currently reading? This is why people love you, because they feel like you're smart and funny and talented. And they want to know what you be reading.
Subtitles.
Yeah.
I
A good book.
I watch a lot of Korean dramas. So if I'm reading, it's a subtitle.
Do you really watch Korean dramas?
They're so good.
Why?
Okay, so like growing up in Atlanta, you know how they'll have the Spanish channels just on regular TV.
Yeah.
There's also a
Telemundo.
Korean
Telemundo.
TV station.
Telemundo.
Telemundo, Univision. Those great voices doing these words. But there was a Korean TV station on regular TV too. So I was flipping through channels one day and they had this because I was in the soap operas when I was in high school because I was 14 and who wasn't? And I started watching this Korean TV show and I was like, this is good. And so now that they have them on like Hulu and
Right.
Netflix, and then there was Drama Fever, RIP Drama Fever, and then Viki, which is another app that I watch. So there's contemporary dramas and then there's historical dramas, and the storylines are very good. They love a flashback to give you information. And the other thing is I kind of use them to unwind because it's hard to think about anything else when you're watching action and reading subtitles. So that's kind of like the way where I'm just like, it works too much, everything's too much, I need to chill. Koreans. And that's how I kind of that's my way to chill and relax and kind of decompress. I watch those shows.
So you're a comedian, actress, writer, and you're on The Daily Show with Trevor Noah.
Yes.
Lots of tings.
Lots of tings.
So how did you get into that? Because I know a lot of women want to be comedians, want to actually get into that, but it's not an easy journey at all. So for the people who might not know, tell us a little bit about how you got your start.
I got into stand-up because another comic told me I was a comic.
Okay.
So a friend of mine worked at a comedy club in Atlanta and sent one of my little sisters from school, and she let me in for free. So I'd go up there and hang out if I wasn't, working on a play or something. And so I did theater art to school, then I got a theater degree when I graduated from college. And this was about 2 years after college, go bother her, and I started meeting comics. And one of the comics that I met, Big Kenny Johnson, who's actually written for the BET Awards, and he's worked with y'all a lot.
Black folk.
Yeah. He, just from talking to him in conversation, he's like, you're a comic. And I was like, no, I'm not. He's like, take my stand-up class. I went, no. So for 2 years, he would hit me up all the time before a stand-up class started. And then he performed a lot at Uptown in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So he'd ask me to come to shows and just come and hang out. And one day I wasn't working, and my mom had a dream that I was a comic.
Wow.
So I was like, yeah, I think I need to take the stand-up class. But I wasn't working at the time, so I didn't have the money for the class.
Right.
And Big Kenny was like, it's my class. You're supposed to do this.
Oh my God.
So I took his class, and that was 2009, and I've been doing stand-up since then, but I've always been acting.
Right.
So the crazy thing about stand-up is that stand-up has given me opportunities that I don't think I would have gotten if I would have just stuck
To acting.
to acting.
Right.
Because, I got my agents and my manager and everybody because of stand-up. So it's given me a lot of chances to really be able to work because of the stand-up.
Yeah.
How's
So-
I love
your
that.
material developed over the last 10 years? Where did you start from to the things in the process that you're currently doing?
When I first started doing stand-up, it was very much me just doing observational stuff. Very much, this is how I see this, I see this. And I was at a year in, and Big Kenny said to me, once you start talking about yourself, then you're really going to develop as a comic and you're going to develop your voice. And so about a year and a half in, that's when I started talking about like things that I think about and things that affect me in my life. And that's where things really started to change for me in terms of getting opportunities.
So we got to shout out Big Kenny.
Right.
Big Kenny.
Shout out to Big Kenny.
Wow.
The truth.
That's what's up. That's
Yeah.
what's up.
So,
awesome.
but he's done a lot, and it was great because like a couple months ago, I was opening for Trevor at the Fox Theater.
Wow.
So it was really great because it was like a couple months before, because this year makes 10 years that I've been doing stand-up.
Yes.
So it was like a couple months before, like maybe like 2 or 3 months before. I was like, because I started in May of 2009 doing stand-up. So this was February of this year that I got to come out and like perform at the Fox Theater.
Right.
That's major.
Yeah.
Which is huge. And I started, thank you.
Yes.
And I started doing stand-up 3 blocks away.
Wow.
At a club down the
full
street.
circle.
That's full
moment.
circle.
We love a full
Very-
circle moment here.
It was crazy because it was like, so I flew down with Trevor, so I went home on a private jet, girl.
Hey.
Private plane.
What was it like?
Listen, I did not find out you fly in a different part of the sky.
You find a different part of the
you,
sky?
You fly lower.
You fly
right?
higher.
High?
Because we were on the plane,
I've
I
never
looked
been on
out
a
and I
private
was like, wait a minute.
Is that God?
It's the Holy Spirit.
It was Holy
It's Holy
Spirit.
Spirit.
Because I remember looking out the window and it was like blue sky and then it started to get dark. And I was like, I think that's space. I said, Trevor, is that space? The sky is dark again. He was like, oh, we fly higher. I was like, hey, man, don't tell me we close to space, dog.
Right. Right, like that's too much.
I don't need that information. I already know we're 30,000 feet in the sky.
Right.
I already know that, but we close to space. Nah, we supposed to be up here. We supposed to be up here.
I'm sure the snacks were banging too, or the drinks and.
It's past snacks in a private plane, I'm sure.
Oh, you don't have like
Probably the
traditional.
chef.
Yeah,
the-
private chef.
Snacks.
They got snacks.
It was like a 2-hour flight.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay.
They got
Just going from New York to Atlanta.
them Biscoff
Wow,
cookies.
private from y'all balling. All right.
No. Trevor's bar.
Let me be very
There's a
clear.
difference.
Rest of the time, I'll be on American and Delta. Okay?
Literally.
Trevor, no, great life.
That's dope. Well, we're so
I just
proud
got
of
to
you.
slide in next to him and be like, oh, okay. I found all the seats lay down. Everything turns into a bed. Every seat on that plane turns into a bed.
I love it. Well, we're so proud of you, girl.
Thank you so much.
Continue to do incredible things.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
And now we got to move on to
Yeah, we got some news.
the real
It's
news.
bad news / good news. It's
Oh, we got to
weird.
talk about news. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's news-ish. So many of you know this weekend, R. Kelly was indicted on federal charges,
Praise
accusing. He was accused of coercing and transporting women across federal lines to participate in sex crimes. His property was recently seized, and his 2 girlfriends were kicked out of his apartment. Now, what's interesting is his attorney.
He used that term loosely.
I use it very loosely.
What is it, a dude on a bus stop?
Wait, you see, you know what? Let's show it. Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
The charges that are brought here are decades old, dating back to the early 2000s and the 90s, and so we're going to be seeking that he get bail on Tuesday. They've charged him in New York with enticing people and encouraging people to have sex with them. I don't think people accidentally have sex, so I'm not really sure what the criminal activity is there. We're going to wait and see what happens with the evidence. We're going to wait and see what proof they have. We're going to challenge the proof, and we're going to press on because he didn't do anything wrong.
He don't believe himself.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
He don't believe himself, and I'm not going to say I haven't accidentally had sex, but there were times you didn't intend to, and you're just
Right.
like, we're here now.
Yeah.
But you consented.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
I think
Yeah.
that's the difference here.
But
He made it sound
encouraging and enticing, if that's a charge, there's a lot of men who need to go to jail.
Oh.
That's fair. R. Kelly, however.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
he's a
that.
no. Listen,
These kids,
I don't
his
care.
people, they're not grown. A lot of them ain't grown.
Right.
This is the thing.
So you can't consent.
I don't care how much hate I get on the internet. This man has been a monster. This man's been a monster for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's good that people are finally going, hey, we need to take care of this. Listen, you already knew he was a creep. He was the Pied Piper of R&B.
He
What did
told
Pied
you.
Piper-
What he called
What
him.
did
let you
he
know.
called
Perfect.
himself
He
that.
called him that.
What did the Pied Piper do?
Play music so
For
the children
children
can
to come
follow him.
First, he got the rats out. They didn't want to pay him, so he took the kids.
Yeah.
So he's been telling you the whole time, just like Cosby had that Spanish fly joke.
Yeah.
Telling y'all he was drugging these chicks. R. Kelly the whole time has been like singing, I believe I can fly away with your children. He's been telling us the whole time.
That is very true.
He's coming for your kids.
I mean, for me, the lawyer looks like it's like major, tangible proof that the team has run out of money. That man was an actor
That ain't
from
Johnny
Power.
Cochran.
Yeah.
That was an actor from Power.
Right.
The final season. He looked like he worked with the Carrera team, and he doesn't know what he's talking about, but he's like, I was paid to be here.
Right.
And he accidentally had sex, and I don't think he can be charged for that.
He's
Like,
definitely
what?
prepaid. That's definitely prepaid legal.
Like, yes!
He should come. He should walk around with the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme song around him. Boom, 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 because he's like a. You could tell he's he
That was
looks
a very
clumsy.
pay-as-you-go lawyer.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much.
We got half.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
very much like a Metro phone, burner lawyer.
He's the cricket phone of lawyers.
He's the wire phone. He's
Hey,
a
Cricket
burner
phone's
phone.
on AT&T network. Don't try to shit on the Cricket
Oh,
phone.
my-
Cricket phone's on AT&T network. It's very affordable.
But with R.
also-
Kelly, I mean, in all seriousness, it's finally good to see that federal charges have been brought. Because for so long, we thought, is anything gonna happen here? Even after the Gale interview, I was like, so we're just not gonna talk about how he's not in jail yet. Like, this man is still walking around free. So I'm happy to see that federal charges have been brought. His team has finally turned over some video. Like, there's
Because that's when the money ran out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the team rolled over?
The team rolled
finally
over.
rolled over and
Yeah.
said, like, I believe it was like 10
Yeah.
videos.
Yeah.
10
10 to
videos.
20.
Which is more evidence that he's probably run out of money because now suddenly the whole team, I think it was 10 or 20
Yeah.
tapes are being turned over. People weren't turning over R. Kelly tapes years ago. It seems like people are running away from R. Kelly, which for me is in a way good. Again, it's like good and bad, right? It's good that we're getting more evidence. It's bad that people held on to this stuff for financial interest.
Yeah.
Because
So
R.
you
Kelly-
think they didn't turn the tapes in because they were getting paid?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
that's my theory. I mean, and that seems to be what a lot of insiders are saying. That R. Kelly managed to control the lives of these people through money and his fame, but also like he's like a cult leader. In a lot of
okay,
ways.
got it.
And so, there are a lot of people who, if you're close to him and he's paying your bills, you don't say anything. And that's been R. Kelly's argument, right? That these people didn't say nothing until they got fired. He's not wrong.
Right.
He's not wrong.
But it doesn't mean he didn't do it.
Yeah.
See, and that's what he's not saying. It's not saying, oh, I didn't, that wasn't me. It was these people the whole time was taking my money.
Right.
They weren't saying nothing when they were taking my money.
Right. And now they got these tapes.
And
There's
now they got
tapes.
these tapes.
Out of
First
nowhere.
all, why were these tapes destroyed?
Because he's R. Kelly.
He's a narcissist.
He's a narcissist.
Oh, but the thing is, if you really had like a real bottom, like real just person who was down for you, you would have destroyed these tapes.
Yeah.
The first time he got arrested. If you were really down for him like that, as soon as the feds showed up, for the same reason, if you'd have really down chick in the back, you cutting the cocaine up, throwing it in the toilet. Everybody knows how to get rid of stuff.
Really?
So, listen, we've all seen Goodfellas. When the feds show
That
up and
is
start
true,
getting
that
rid of
is
stuff,
true.
put everything in the toilet, they can't find it. So, if you really wanted to keep your money right, you'd have got rid of the evidence.
I think R. Kelly thought he would never be touched. And never
Right.
be
I think he
found.
did. I
And
also-
think that
The
was part
OJ
of the
effect.
power there. Yeah.
Right, but I also think the people around him were just going, we got to have something to get
Just
him.
in case. Because they know he ain't shit too.
Because the thing is, if you knew he had the tapes and didn't do anything, you're an accessory.
Yeah.
Who filmed it?
Right. I mean,
Was there a boom guy? Who had
Not a boom guy.
boom guy, hair and makeup? I don't know. I haven't
We
seen
don't
the
know.
tape.
I didn't
So-
see the tape.
But all of those people are liable, even if you knew about it. For the same reason, if you sitting in the car when somebody robbed somebody, you weren't
You're an
even
accessory.
involved. You're an accessory.
Yeah,
So everybody around him should be charged.
and that's why this case is so it's so sad to me, and it's this bittersweet moment again when the more you see these charges, because the key is R. Kelly's doing harm to people,
Right.
and allegedly, and we have to figure out what to do to get rid of that harm. And some of these people are most of these girls are underage, which means it's not even about sex, it's not about consent. You're 15, you can't consent. You're 14, you can't
It's
consent.
abuse.
It's
Yeah.
abuse. It's rape. It's all these other things, depending on what the particular charges are. I'm being careful because of the legal dimensions of it.
Right,
because
it's still all alleged and then things.
Right, but nevertheless, what R. Kelly has been accused of doing, what R. Kelly seems to have done over the last 2 decades is awful. And seeing it come to light right now is important. That the special that we saw on Lifetime
With Dream Hampton.
Surviving R.
Yeah.
Kelly. I mean, that special did a lot to turn public sentiment. In the same way that now everybody's supporting the Central Park 5 because we saw what Ava DuVernay put out with When They See Us. I think it's important for us to keep putting the spotlight on these cases
Yes.
so that
But
this doesn't go another 20 years.
We also have to go, we also all have to agree as Black people that this is not a conspiracy to take down a Black man.
Right.
This is not something by the government to take down a Black man. This is a man who was abusing girls.
Right.
And it has nothing to do with his race. Because if he wasn't abusing Black girls, we would have probably found out about this earlier.
I'm about to say, if it does have to do with his race, it's the fact he got covered.
It's the race, it got covered, but it's not that it was covered, it's that nobody cared about the victims.
That's exactly right.
And there's still people, like, I was in St. Martin, DJ was playing R. Kelly, people dancing on the floor.
Yeah.
Like nothing had happened because people are like, well, I'm not going to stop listening to his music, stop supporting. I'm still out here listening to R. Kelly music.
Is it, because the thing about, like, cancel culture, the question is, like, if I'm playing the song, am I supporting him?
Yes.
Right.
He's getting
In the case of R.
streams,
Kelly, it is,
money.
and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. And it's, I mean, we.
I'm not saying that, I'm
I know,
asking.
I know it's
question.
an actual
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
But I'm
I
gonna
don't
tell you
know.
why, because I've been thinking about this a lot. Because like I listen to Miles Davis, he was abusive, right? I mean, he abused Cicely Tyson, right? We listen to some people still listen to Michael Jackson, right?
Sidney Poitier was beating up Diane Carroll for longer than we've been alive. So,
you know,
Allegedly.
allegedly,
That's
in
right.
her book,
She says that in her
Right.
book, absolutely.
Right.
But the difference with R. Kelly is this: R. Kelly is actively, R. Kelly actively has people in his house.
Right.
R. Kelly is losing money, and every time we go to a concert, every time we buy an album, every time we give R. Kelly money, he's building more infrastructure to keep
Right.
people in that house.
Right.
So
Right.
it's not like a abstract idea of like, do we separate art from the artist? This isn't like,
Right.
this is like we're funding
Real time.
an active cult that's going on right now in
Right.
Chicago.
Allegedly.
And that's I will call that a cult. That ain't like, I'm saying that has cult vibes and cult energy to it. You know, and being
anytime
a
you
cult's
can't
not legal.
leave, anytime you have to give up, like those girls couldn't have a phone, those girls
couldn't go to
couldn't
the
keep up
bathroom.
with family. I had to tell you when I was going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's
When you hear stuff like that,
yeah.
that's crazy. Let's move on to another monster.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Segue.
Yo, President.
Who's president?
Who you looking at home?
I
Ooh, not in this room.
nobody in this room, okay?
Says the owl. Camera one? No. Camera three?
It ain't over here. I just let you
Camera
know.
four? Sound guy?
Boom.
Anyway.
Donald Trump
Yes.
outdid himself this weekend.
Man.
I
triple
thought
double.
he couldn't take. That's what it was like.
It was like, yeah, he
It,
went
it was
off.
like the triple double of racism.
Yes.
This motherfucker was able to. Oh, you can't say that as a whole. I'm sorry. This is the only way to do it. This motherfucker.
There's a delay.
This motherfucker.
We playing this. This motherfucker tweeted.
Lord.
So interesting to see progressive Democrat congresswomen
Wow.
who originally came from countries
Crazy.
whose governments are a complete and total catastrophe. The worst, most corrupt and inept anywhere in the world, if they even have a functioning government at all.
Crazy.
Now loudly and viciously telling the people of the United States, the greatest and most powerful nation on earth, sorry, how our government is to be run. Why don't they go back and help fix the totally broken and crime-infested places from which they came, then come back and show us how it is done? These places need your help badly. You can't leave fast enough. I'm sure that Nancy Pelosi would be very happy to quickly work out free travel arrangements.
Okay, first, all those women are from here.
Yes.
Yeah.
3 out of 4.
It's literally their job to tell them how to run the government. That's literally their job.
Right. They're
They
in
signed up.
Congress. Right.
It's literally Congress's job.
Right.
So, like, what was funny, because, like, when Obama was in office and people would go, how come he's not making these laws? That's not his
That's not
job.
his job.
Right.
Presidents don't make laws, they sign things into law.
Speak.
Congress runs the government
Please break
because
it down.
Congress is the government. You elect those people in the office through the Senate and the House of Representatives to reflect what people need.
Right.
So they're the ones that say, this is what we're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
I find it so interesting that no one has given this man just the slightest civics lesson.
You can
Clearly.
watch Schoolhouse Rock to figure
You can
that
watch
out.
Schoolhouse Rock. You can watch anything to go.
Yeah.
Because in his mind, he should be allowed to be a dictator.
Oh,
Right.
that's why he's hanging out with Kim Jong-un. He's like,
Right,
oh,
he's hanging out with Kim
how do you do
Jong-un.
that?
How do you do
Right.
that?
I need some improvement on
We
the
need a coup.
dictatorship.
We need a coup.
Right.
And so he's trying to figure out how to make a coup. And ain't nobody going, I'm telling you, this man's going to try to figure out how to make a coup.
No, he is. I feel like we're
Cool.
watching the real-time breakdown of democracy right now. Like the way that he's doing these, he's not even trying to stray away from the dialect of white supremacy. He's like, go back to where you came from.
Right.
That is so crazy.
That's like
and people
Archie
are
Bunker.
literally who is running the country.
old school
Ilhan Omar sat on this couch,
Right.
and we watched her be direct and strong, and she did call for impeachment.
Right.
But it's true. She reflects what
Which is
people
legal. It's
feel,
also legal.
and she can
Right,
do that.
right,
You can.
So for him to say she can't say what she feels when you are the president of a country that has free speech is literally the most mind-boggling
speech.
thing.
Well, we impeached Clinton. They tried to impeach Clinton for cheating on his
But
wife.
hey,
So how
Which is
far,
none of my business.
What we gonna wait
Right.
on? What are we waiting for?
But this is the thing. Clinton got impeached with a Republican majority Congress.
Yeah.
Newt Gingrich
So
did
you
it,
can
yeah.
have that.
Yeah.
When you have, because now the Democrats don't have a majority, now the numbers are super even. So you don't have that majority.
Right.
So since you don't have the majority, it's hard to pass those laws. It's hard to pass the legislation to get him impeached.
Right.
Because before he could do whatever he wanted.
Right.
Now after
but-
the midterms, he's got some pushback.
But when do we, like, as just humans, realize that some of this shit that he's saying is completely, most of the shit that he's saying is completely out there, like past
Everyone can
humanity.
acknowledge what he's saying is out there.
Right.
The problem is Trump is revenge for Obama. So
It's like a,
when you're in the mindset of winning, you have absolutely no consideration to the care of other people because you just want to win. And that's what he's always talking about. So when you had a segment of the population who was so angered by the fact that a melanated human being was in the White House, what do?
get the opposite.
You get the opposite in.
right.
Because when he was running against him, I literally had girls that I went to college with, who I was friends with, and she said, I didn't vote for Trump, I voted against Hillary.
Right.
That wasn't
That's very common.
That's not a button.
Yeah.
That wasn't a button.
No, that wasn't a button.
That wasn't a button. You pressed Trump. You didn't go
Right.
Trump, Hillary, not Hillary. You pressed Trump.
Mm-hmm.
So, because even you as a woman didn't want another woman to get elected, because when you still go back to the 52% of white women who voted for
White
Trump,
women.
Was your best friend white?
oh, not a best friend.
I'm sorry, college friend.
College friend.
Ex-friend.
She made sure of that. But of course she was white.
I just want to make sure because they tried to put out black people are now for Trump. I went to his page and that artist who walks the carpet with the
yeah,
American
yeah,
dress.
yeah,
I don't know. I'm not
yeah,
saying her
yeah.
name, but they're trying to say she's the new face of conservatism, and I'm like, I can't.
Oh, Lord.
I won't.
All
I
right,
won't.
let's switch gears because I need to feel a little bit better. I need to learn something.
This is the thing. It's one, I have people ask me all the time because I'm on the show, are you afraid of Trump? No, I'm afraid of the police.
Right.
That's a fact.
Trump can't kill me. Trump doesn't even know I exist. I see police daily.
Right.
That's a fact.
Trump's not trained to kill me and walk around with a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
The police are. So I can only deal with the most immediate threat.
Absolutely.
And so that's the kind of mindset that I go from. It's like, yeah, he's a white manning. And a lot of times when you really see a white man get really in his bag, you're like, this is trash.
Yeah.
But I love it. Because white men have not been white men out here like this in a long time.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
They are really out here just feeling their oats, just really suspenders popping.
They flying
They're
high,
having
man.
a great time right now.
You know who's having a great time right now?
Who?
Girls having a hot girl summer.
What a segue.
Absolutely.
But
So
thank you
we,
so much.
we've been asking. We've been talking about this
I caught that.
all
That was a good
weekend.
segue.
Finish this in the refill.
No, we're talking about more than refill, but I want to.
got a layup.
I want to talk about
didn't
this
have
though
you on that
because
one.
the BET office is here everywhere. We've been asking the question: what exactly is a hot girl? You know, Megan Thee Stallion made the term popular again, but a lot of us, especially men, don't know exactly what it means and who can claim the
trying to have
title.
hot boys.
I'm gonna give you an example.
Y'all
Heidi
lose.
7 tweeted something. She said, "Muslim girls who get married are still a part of hot girl summer." Coach Megan said, "Yeah, I'm in my bag, but I'm in his too." That's basically Sharia, okay? Ecstasy tweeted, "Who says you can't be a part of hot girl summer if you in a relationship? It's a lie." And even brands are getting in on it. Wendy's tweeted, "Its lemonade is the official drink for hot girl summer." So I'm now confused about what a hot girl summer
First
is.
of all, Wendy's owe Megan Thee Stallion some money.
Yes.
Forever 21.
All of it.
Maybelline.
All of
these
Listen.
brands.
They need to have Megan Thee Stallion out here.
Or give her a brand endorsement deal.
Brand endorsement
She
deal.
should have been the ones that's like, hot girl summer, Maybelline. It
Cut
may be
the
his
Right.
check.
Honestly, to
Right.
see her on Jimmy Kimmel was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, we really. But Jimmy Kimmel also had Lizzo on there getting her hair braided.
Yes.
And that was one of the best
I love
moments of
Lizzo.
Black
Yeah,
history.
yeah, yeah.
beautiful.
Just getting
It
her
wasn't
hair
even
braided on TV.
February.
It wasn't in February.
Wasn't even
But I
February.
think for me, I mean, obviously, we talked about Hot Girl a little bit when Michelle was here. She's a sex expert, and she was here a few weeks ago, and we got a little touchy because I didn't like what she had said about hot girls. But for
What
me,
you say about hot girls? I missed
we gonna
it.
talk about it after the show.
Oh,
'cause
no.
y'all can watch it on the YouTube. But hot girl. For me, a hot girl summer looks like, and Megan Thee Stallion said this too, it's just a girl who's like empowered to do what she
Well,
wants.
what's a hot girl in the first place?
Are we going by the juvenile 99 and the 2000?
See,
Like
that's
a Megan Thee
different.
Stallion.
Right, that one
They
I
was throwing it
understood.
around back then. Project chick.
I feel like a hot girl
bling bling.
is whatever you want it to be. A hot girl summer is whatever you want it to be.
So
it's
if-
not that big of a deal. I actually wish we would stop trying to make it bigger than what it is. It's a joke. It's like fun. It's a movement. It's cute. Like just let it rock.
Hot girls are hot girls.
Like, if you look too much
have
into it.
responsibilities. Like, can you be a hot
Yes.
girl and you 8 months pregnant?
Yes, you can.
can?
Her name is what's her name? City girl.
She not 8 months.
Young Miami.
Yeah, well, she working. But
So who's not a hot girl then?
You can be whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? Like
Anybody
I don't
can
feel
be
like
a
there's
hot
no.
girl.
is Elizabeth Warren a hot girl?
If she wants to be,
She could just.
she can if she wants to be.
Realize
What I'm saying is, if someone feels,
I hope she never does that.
empowered-
You hope she never.
I hope she
do
never
the-
twerks
Bust
like
a little
that.
twerk.
But
Ever.
I feel like if someone feels empowered to be a quote unquote hot girl, you can't tell her she's not.
But what does that actually mean, though? Like,
Nobody knows.
It's not that big of a deal. I feel
This
like
is a mystery.
Right.
Listen, it's any girl, I guess, any girl at Afro Punk with the titties out. I don't
right.
know.
Like it's
oh, then I know a whole bunch of hot
Right.
girls.
Listen,
Oh, okay.
I stay in a two-piece bathing suit because this summer gonna get with everybody. I get it. But I'm saying, thank you so much. So you can be a hot girl. I don't. It's just a way to just be
To be what?
fun.
just
Have
be
fun.
out.
Like,
Okay, so but this is helpful for me because if a girl said I'm having a hot girl summer, I don't know if that means she free, she fun, she's another
whole bunch of F words.
Right.
Got
Like,
you.
like what are we talking about?
Here's a thought. You can just ask her and say, what do you mean by you're having a hot girl summer?
But that's all I want to ask.
No, you can ask any woman that if you feel like that's what you need. Like talk to that woman because for me it looks different for everybody. Like we talked about it a little bit on my Twitter after Michelle came, and every girl was like, for me it's getting my bags, and another girl was like, for me it's whatever I feel like in that moment. Like
Yeah.
it's literally a trend of
What is
I
it for
feel
you?
like empowerment.
For me, it was
to do what
this
you
very tacky airbrush T-shirt that I got. My birthday's July 4th, so my birthday.
Oh my God, happy belated!
Yes, cancer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I don't know. My sign is Jesus. I don't know what all
My
that
sign is
signs be
Jesus.
needed. So, I think people be thinking too much in them signs so they think they know you because you fell out of the womb and under the specific day. I ain't here for this. So, I had a nice little pool party in my old, near my mama's house. And then I went to Tybee Island off the coast of Savannah.
Yes.
And we got airbrush, me and my two friends that came in town.
I love
We
it.
got airbrush T-shirts that say "Cashmere Tybee." How about that? Because that's ridiculous.
That's fire.
And then it was like Dulce's birthday weekend, summer 2019.
Right.
So that was my little hot girl
That's
moment.
a hot girl moment.
Because it's ridiculous. And the girl at the airbrush place was like, I don't know why we didn't think of this. We're going to put this out front. So
cute.
that was my little moment. And then I was but all last week I was in LA working. Another hot girl summer moment. So it could be having fun. It could be getting in the bag. It could be whatever.
Right.
And what's it for you, Gia?
I mean, for me, hot girl summer for me is being more empowered to do what I want to do. And so, like, I feel like it's like not caring about what other people think. It's about like, asking for what I want, whether that is in a relationship, whether that is what I'm dating, whether that is in negotiations. Like, it's just
Right.
being very open to what you are.
I
And then
think-
also
yeah.
part of that is me being a fan of Megan Thee Stallion. And that's being a fan of a woman who's actually a rapper, actually a lyricist. And yes, she talks a lot about sex and head and stuff, but she's actually incredibly smart. She's in college. She cares about the environment. She cleans up beaches with her fans. Like, she's not just about sex. So for me, when people try to define a hot girl summer, I feel like you are putting somebody in a box, and it's really just, you can do what you want and say what you want, and 9 times out of 10, you're having a fun summer.
I think
You're
it
having
goes
a
to,
fun time.
I think the whole point of it is doing what you want to do without the fear of judgment.
Right.
Because so many times it's, I just want to do this. And then you get judgment, especially if you're a woman who feels empowered in any type of way, or you're a woman that just wants to go, hey, I just want to be out with my friends, just doing whatever, because we all have our fun little ratchet moments, and those are always needed.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of times it's always men wanting to go, well, why are you doing this? Well, how come? Well, tell me what this means. You don't need to know what it means.
Okay.
You don't need to know what it means.
Y'all don't need to know.
So for City Boy Summer, we gotta go clean some shit up.
Yes.
There we
Clean
go.
up a beach.
And stop making it a competition.
I'm sorry, y'all down by 53
We're
at the
not.
half.
We're
I mean,
not.
it's numbers.
We're not.
If you look
like,
at the
it's
scoreboard's
so
right
crazy.
there.
We can't have
The
anything
scoreboard right
nice.
there.
Right there.
What did you say?
City Boy Summer.
You've heard that the City Boys and the Hot Boys they're trying to make it a thing.
Y'all are down by 53
We're
at the
not.
half.
And
Want to
they
have a
made it
hot boy summer?
competition.
We have
Ain't
a
nothing wrong
hot
with
boy
that.
summer.
We want to be free too.
I want
For
to be
too long,
But-
men have been held back.
Real ass and we're giving F by the B.
Okay.
All right, we got
first,
some comments coming.
I'm trying to figure out how much of this water I can throw on either one.
I got makeup. Wait, no. Don't have. Don't
Yeah,
have
I'll-
nothing.
Because the
Actually,
thing is,
you take him off
why
the-
does there need to be a City Boy Summer?
Because we
We
want,
can't have
I want to
nothing.
feel
Why does there need to
liberated.
be a Hot Boy Summer?
Because too long, men have not had the freedom to pursue their careers,
Shut
to
up.
be sexually free.
Shut up.
That's right. and Lil Wayne was a hot boy.
There you go.
There's a difference between the 99 and the 2000 Hot Boy. If
That
I
is
wanna
very
be,
true.
But that's my, well.
If you want to be a Lil Wayne Hot Boy, I support that.
Okay, cool.
I support that. But if you're trying to piggyback what we doing,
Right.
I'll throw you off this couch.
I'm going to go with
That's
the
a far
former
drop.
instead of the
Let's
latter.
check in with social media to see what their definition of a hot girl is. ODD tweeted, respectful, truthful, caring, and very beautiful.
Yes.
Karina
I like that.
Eckerson on Facebook
respectful?
said, yes,
Respectful.
said
To who?
Right.
To yourself.
to yourself, right?
Oh, okay. I thought you meant other people.
She said, I respect
I
nobody.
respect
Why gotta
people.
respect you? That was a man that tweeted back. She's respectful. Negro, please. I
It
do
was
what
a
I
girl.
want.
I don't know. It said ODD. I don't know what that is.
Human, please.
Karina Eccleston said, yes, married women can be a hot girl. Most times hotter than single women.
Well.
That person's married. Terry
OD.
Denman on Facebook
Facts.
said, my husband tells me I'm hot all the
that's
time.
cute.
Oh, so you trying to get on the internet and tell somebody you're in a relationship? That's cute.
We see what you just did.
You just want to get on BET and let people know that you're married? I'm so happy for you.
That's
I'm so excited about your happiness and your marriage.
That doesn't sound happy.
It's enthusiasm.
We'll work on it.
Support.
All right, yo, thank you for coming here. You got to stay for a little bit longer, though. Black Coffee Family, you can see our episodes by subscribing to our YouTube page. Apparently, Jameer, though, doesn't want me to leave yet. Why,
Because I
Jameer?
bought gifts for y'all from St. Martin, y'all.
Did you really?
I did. Bring them out. All right. So, Gia, I bought you this wonderful coffee cup that you can use. You can put coffee and soup in it.
That's cute. And
And-
it's handcrafted.
Yes. Mark, I bought you a contraband hat, just in case you ever want to sell something or, go
What?
on
How
boat.
you bring that man that tiny hat?
I love that hat. Look, put it on.
It looks like a kufi.
No, put it on. Put it on.
I'm not wearing it. It doesn't even fit my...
Throw it on. No, other way, other way.
See, I don't even wear hats.
Trap it like a narco. Narco. Hey!
Why you look like somebody's auntie? Take
Watch
that
out
off.
now.
Why did you bring that man a
Watch out
child's
now.
hat?
I didn't know he couldn't fit it. It said extra large.
Does
on
it
the
fit
hat.
you?
No, it didn't fit me. I didn't try
Because
it.
if it do...
This is a nice
hat.
You try
This is
it on.
not a nice hat.
Give me that.
This is why Jameer is my nemesis. Gia gets this beautiful handcrafted mug,
It's
and I look
beautiful.
like I sell pizza knish stands in Atlantic City. This is awful. Black Coffee
This was
Family.
made in China.
It really was. It says made in China.
Well, the lady lied to me. That's a good quality.
You picked this up?
It said on the bottom
It's
in
right next to
English.
the plate.
I got the pride in the
They got you.
You are the shittiest gift giver ever.
They got you.
Look, family, you can see all of our episodes by subscribing to the YouTube page. People are still buzzing about our interview with Bernie Sanders, Trina, and so much more. So please make sure it's not a good hat. Make sure you subscribe at youtube.com/BET Black Coffee. Also, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Watch us live every day, 10 a.m. Eastern. And if you're watching us on Twitter, thank you, Gia. Somebody cares about me. You can stick around because we're going to keep this conversation going with Dulce Sloan on the after show. It's called Black Coffee to Refill. Take care. I hate
So you
that
don't like the
fucking
hat?
hat.
No, you don't like the hat?
Nobody likes
It's
that
a
hat.
quality hat.